Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Bio Broly stage of the Red Zone. Now this is not a weird one, this is also pretty straightforward. There is three phases, well kind of. You have the first phase where you're facing multiple Bio Mutants. These are kind of like the side mobs of the Red Zone. These are three little enemies. You can stun them, you can do a fair chunk to them, but there's nothing too crazy. They're not too hard, I want to say. Obviously you want to juggle some type disadvantages and things like that. Maybe you want to consider bringing units that guard early on. I don't know, depends on what you want to do, realistically speaking. With that being said, the first phase isn't anything too wild, but Broly is a bit of a strange fight, because the second phase is actually two phases, if that makes sense. So you face Bio Broly. Now Bio Broly has a health bar, Bio Broly also has a Fury bar, and if Bio Broly fills up that Fury bar, he becomes, I don't know, Mega Bio Broly, and he basically, becomes a little bit stronger. Well, quite significantly stronger. But the thing is, honestly speaking, if I can speak plainly, that bar fills up super slowly, or doesn't even fill up at all. Don't know if it was a graphical glitch or something, but that bar fills up incredibly slowly. And if you use things like giant forms, it also pauses the progress of that bar. Doesn't seem to be attack based, it's very difficult to tell. It seems like it's more turn based. But yeah, basically that Fury meter, at least for me, was not going up. So I'm not too certain what that is about. You can attack lower and defense lower the Bio Broly phase. I don't know if that has any bearing on how that bar fills up. But if I speak plainly, I really just didn't have any issues running this fight. So let's talk about team build. So we decided to go with a little bit of a movie heroes kind of build. I think it was just a really fun one that we could utilize. We have Ultimate Gohan, Physical Ultimate Gohan. As you guys obviously probably are aware, Physical Ultimate Gohan, really just a super fun unit to utilize. He does great damage, he's great defensively. I love using him, I think he's awesome, and he can really check out some big damage. He's great for these kind of mid-length fights, whereby he's able to really kind of benefit from having the full range of his abilities at his disposal, and I think that all works out really, really well. We then also have the Strength Gogeta, also a great unit in any kind of fight, but as you obviously hit that kind of sweet spot of him being able to transform, and then also him being able to use his active skill, and also him being able to build up his attack and defense by doing a couple attacks. He's just very, very solid. I then wanted to go with something a bit different, so I decided to run Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Haven't run these guys, I think, in any real video, and they're a great pairing to still run. They actually hold up really surprisingly well. There is a little gap where Gamma 1 will take quite a fair chunk of damage until he's built up that damage reduction from getting hit. But outside of that, he looks great. He actually holds his own surprisingly well. I think he does a really, really good job. Pairs up great, obviously, with Gamma 2. Gamma 2, in terms of raw defense, really strong in terms of raw defensive numbers in that second slot. But really, it's the damage dealing between the two of them. Gamma 1 can very easily do 1 or 2 8 million attack stats with a decent rate of crit, and Gamma 2, he can kind of pop off and do 3 or 4 10 million attack stats with a pretty high rate of crits as well. So the two of them make a really fun pairing, even at the lower percentages. Like I have them, I think I have them both only 55%, and it does really make them quite a fun pairing. They do a huge chunk of damage, and it really does make them super fun to kind of work together with. Then we have Piccolo, good old giant form Piccolo. His giant form is going to definitely come in handy, but it's also his attack lowering that's super duper helpful. Like I mentioned, Bio Broly has this phase where attack lowering is a very helpful and crucial mechanic towards his phase, and so Piccolo being able to lower that attack is pretty crucial towards him having a good time. We have Strength Gogeta doing a fantastic job as a damage dealer. We have Ultimate Gohan doing a great job in terms of attack lowering and damage as well. And then just for the lols, because obviously they kind of belong to the movie, I really wanted to run the physical Super Saiyan Goten and Super Saiyan Trunks Kid unit, because yeah, I do find it a lot of fun to try and run units that are somewhat relevant to the stage that you're doing. I think in the Broly movie one, or the Broly stage, I tried to run the Super Saiyan Gohan as well. I tried to run a couple of Trunkses. Just yeah, basically trying to have a bit of a canon event, basically. But yeah, the Strength Gogeta does a ton of damage, really good unit, just does a lot of great work. Really powerful, really impactful, and yeah, really fun to use. The Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks, also super duper fun. Some good damage, really still impressive numbers, considering how old they are without an EZA. How they're not even being catered to, they still just do some really ridiculous numbers as units, and I find that so fun about them, just how crazy they kind of got overall. And yeah, so the team functioning great. Obviously this is more a superheroes team, of course, superhero slash hybrid Saiyans. If you really wanted to run like a movie heroes team here, of course you really could, but I think ultimately for me at the end of the day, this was just a pretty fun run that I got to have, using some interesting characters. Like I said, the Fury meter on Broly really didn't look like it was working properly. Broly honestly just didn't look like he could get going. Really pinned down by the attack down and things like that. So yeah. Then what we did was we basically decided to use the Piccolo Giant form, and by using that, essentially we managed to not only save ourselves some damage, but we also managed to inflict a lot of free extra bonus damage on the Bio Broly. In fact, we had 3 turns of the Giant form. I will be skipping it, which is why I'm explaining. But we had 3 turns of Giant form, and we did so much damage that honestly we were able to just kind of like end the fight. So we did that, then basically used Gogeta's active skill, finished everything off. It was actually pretty straightforward. So yeah, that is pretty much it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you're having problems with Bio Broly, let me know down below. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and if you have any queries or questions, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, till then, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.